National Cultural Foundation is inviting us once again to go into the gallery at Queen's Park for another exhibition. This one is entitled Melange, Reloaded. But reloaded with what? Where did it go in the first place? Joining me as we take a look through what we can expect when it opens is, of course, my good friend Oneka Small, who is the curator of the gallery there. Oneka, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
And it's a solo exhibition by the one and only, let me get your title right, Lieutenant Commander John Walcott. Good morning to you, Lieutenant Commander.
Good morning, Pearson, and good morning, Barbados. How are you doing?
Very good man, foo-foo. But that's all right. And that's the
good.
whole point. You know, a lot of people know you as that, but they don't know you as this. So this is an opportunity for you to share with them what this is all about. What is this all about, this Melange Reloaded?
I would say that I was on stage just as long as I was painting, because this is over 40 years that I've been a visual artist. And Melange, I was trying to find, I was teaching then, I was trying to find a title for the exhibition. I was teaching then at Dining River School, and I was saying, gotta find a name, gotta find a name. So I spoke to a few of my colleagues, and one of my colleagues, she's in foreign languages. I said, look, I need one that maybe with a different language. She said, well, why not try, because John, you do some different things, man. You were all mix up. Try Melange.
Nice. And a nice sound
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, you know, I said, I like that. So that was in 1997.
Whoa.
Then was the first Melange show. Same venue, same Queen's Park Gallery. And I said, I like that, you know. So I thought, not that between 97 and now it was I was doing group shows and what's not. But then when I made the decision that I wanted to do another solo show, I decided to reload it. I'm a Matrix man too.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah, you like the Matrix.
I can see by the design of the poster alone, yeah, you're a Matrix man. But this one is not just Melange Reloaded. You're focusing on folklore.
Yes.
The folklore of the Orisha.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be an education for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for
What
sure.
the
So it's
Orisha is all
Orisha's
about.
fantasies and folk tales. I would say when it was introduced to African spirituality, it started at a very young age. Years ago, when I was about 8, 9 years old, we would go to church, and then driving from Deacon's Road to St. Mary's Church, I would hear these drums on Fonty Bell, and that was Yoruba Yard, right? And I would tell Daddy, I said, Daddy, those are drums, man. He said, that ain't for you, right? We ain't church, right? It was Sunday night, right?
Yes.
And then I said, who's that in there? He said, man, that's Elton Mortley. I think it's Elton Mortley. Yoruba Yard, right? But those drums were calling me from a very young age, very young age. Fast forward, I went to community college in 96, and we had a course on African spirituality done by Dr. Nancy Jacobs. And then that door opened a little more, and we get to see the different Orishas and all that. So it's a whole continuum. So it started to develop a lot more then. Yeah.
So I can't wait, Oneka, to see how John tells those folklores and fallacies through his art expression indeed. And again, once again, the gallery is so expansive and so designed to be able to tell stories in the way they do from the minute you walk right in.
Indeed. So we're really quite excited. We did some final selections
Yes.
yesterday at his studio. And when I was thinking about it, I've seen from the 1997 John to the 2026 John, definitely a deepening in the spiritual sense in terms of the African spirituality. So we have a variety of Orishas that he's been portraying, and those are going to be on the wall. But John is also very much a Barbadian, a Bajan person. So he's telling stories through some of the images he's captured of Barbados, as well as then the folk tales come out through the art. So we can almost sit in front of some of them and go, wow. I wonder what's her story.
That's what I was just doing.
Exactly. So some of the work just speaks to you. There's one in particular of this lady, and she's sitting down and she's washing these clothes. And I feel she just resonates with so many of us. And there's so many stories that he's telling in the work. So I want people to come and to see it and to feel and to experience, especially during our season of emancipation, because you know we launched last week Tuesday. So this is very much fitting for this time.
Wow. Okay, you want us to come. When does it open, and when and what times can we come?
Right, so it opens this Saturday from 6 to 8. Everybody is invited. Come and see. And then, as usual, we're open to the public Monday to Saturday, 10 to 6. And the show will close on May 16th.
In other words, it sounds like a lot of time, but it's not
It is
a lot
not
of time.
a lot, and it's going quickly.
Very, very quickly, the time is going. And the gallery has been so busy, you don't want to miss this before another installation comes in.
Exactly.
So grab the opportunity very, very soon from this Saturday, 6 to 8 o'clock, and then it goes right through to the mid-May. But then you, John, Oneka shared that you'll be telling stories as well. So we're not just coming in and watching John go like, "Hey, do you like the piece?" John is telling stories of the pieces John has done. And I'm sure this is all part of your creativity and the different ways in which we present art and we tell stories. So talk to me a little bit about how that's going to work, because, I mean, the gallery is expansive.
Yes.
I don't want to hear you while I'm down the far side and you're over there distracting me.
Right.
So how this is going to work?
Well, okay, as Oneka said, so we're looking at the different orishas, and there are different ways that you can illustrate them. You may have an image of what you perceive to be the orisha. For example, there is one called Obatala, who is the king of the white cloth. And there are many stories surrounding how the earth or how the world was created. And there is a story where the supreme being, what you may call that, within the Yoruba pantheon, we call that Olodumare, where he sends Obatala down to create the world. And he's the king of the white cloth, and he has with him a chicken. He has a golden chain that comes down from above, and he also has a black cat. Now people say, "Yeah, black cat evil." Come on, man. A lot of people got black cats around the place, right? But that cat was supposed to keep him company.
Yes.
So the story is, he comes down this golden chain, and he has a conch shell filled with sand. And as he comes down the chain, he spreads the sand on the earth, and the chicken would scratch, and the chicken scratch, you'll create the earth. And the cat is there looking all scared. Cat said, "You gotta get on that chain, not me." Right? And so that's one of the stories that you will see and hear. But also to get a better idea as to what the stories will be, outside of the exhibition, we're going to have an artist talk on the 2nd of May. So we hope to have a panel of persons who are versed not only on the visual art side, but the educational side. So it's a whole educational exercise.
I want to go back to the piece we just shared with you. Go back, if you can roll, flip right back to the one we just shared with the lady at the wash pan, because I think that's what you were talking about. There it is.
Yes.
And there she is. She has the work to do. She understands what life is challenged by. She's sitting up proudly outside of her chattel house with one window coming off, but she didn't care because it's my space. But I'm also providing for my family.
Yes.
There are others who I'm caring for, and what do I now have to cook? Where would I find it from? You say that too?
Well, when I saw her, I mean, she didn't curate a show like this.
She loves it.
It just resonated with me because as women, we juggle so much. And in all of that, she still looks beautiful.
Yes.
She's juggling, keeping the family, keeping the home, washing the clothes, but also maintaining herself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like almost that moment when you sit down and you go, okay, how am I pushing through?
Yeah.
And I feel in a lot of the work that John is putting out there that we're seeing those stories. So there's something that will resonate, I think, with everybody.
Wow, John, those are brilliant. Those are stunning. How many pieces do you have on exhibition?
Over 30 pieces.
Lot.
Yeah,
A lot. John is at 41.
Yeah. I got
You're
enough.
only saying 30, but that was my limit.
I was trying to choose that one. This one here, John. Maybe not that one. But, I mean, it was a constant
Yes.
I've been working. And during going further back, because we have to plan the exhibition at least 2 years in advance. But it sounds like a lot of time, but it ain't really a lot of time. During the COVID period, when you can't leave home.
Yes.
You know, the AG at the time says, remain within the curtilage of your home, right? I was just painting and painting. And sometimes when you're working with the orisha center, you forget to eat.
Wow.
Because you end up inside the painting.
Wow.
You end up inside and you just focus and they keep you going. I work on about 7 or 8 at the same time. No, so that you get so involved in it. So when you switch your TV on YouTube, you will see another orisha, somebody talking about the different orishas. You get all caught up in it. It's very exciting.
Oh, you're going to get caught up in this as well, folks. When you come to the Queen's Park Gallery from Saturday for the opening,
Yes.
and then walk us through those times again.
Okay, so we open on Saturday from 6 to 8, and we run every Monday to Saturday. except bank holidays.
Yes.
So don't come National Heroes Day from 10 to 6.
And then the artist talk is on the 2nd,
And the 2nd
of May.
of May,
2nd of May.
correct.
And it wraps up all ends, the stories of the different Orishas and everything else on the 16th of May. And it's under the patronage of the esteemed President of Barbados, the Right Excellent Jeffrey Gibson. And so we want to encourage all of you to show up. This is free.
Yes,
Jeffrey
yes,
Bostic.
Free, Jeffrey
Boss.
Bostic. Yes, please. No.
Look how you won't let the
Bostic.
man come open.
But get me locked up. No. And
Sorry.
there's also some mini performances and stuff. I had the assistance of Sophie Lee from the Haynesville Youth Group. And you will see a dance perpetuating one of the Orishas, Oshun, who's the one that's closest to me. Oshun.
So this is just more than just the work of art on the sides of the gallery. This is actually art,
Yeah.
alive.
You will see
Yeah.
it come alive.
Because
Sure.
a lot of his work has in Oshun and that beauty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You really got to show up for everybody. It's in the gallery of Queen's Park in Bridgetown. I want to encourage all of you, bring the students along as well, because the teacher will be there, the master himself in John Walcott will be there as well to teach and to share his stories as well. But you also get an examination of art and perspective and use of color, how you tell stories and emotions, as we saw from the washer lady who was sitting there by the washpan, all of that, the dimensions of art. And then this man in white with a black cat. What does that
Bacala.
mean? Ask yourself the questions, you get the answers indeed. Thank you so much indeed for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much.
Thank you, John. Much
Thank you.
success with this. You're welcome.
Yeah, looking for you too, Pearson.
The black cat.
Morning, morning, morning.